I'm Lucy Beednell with the Arc of Northern Virginia, and in about 3 minutes, we'll take a look at the Medicaid payback and how that intersects with special needs trusts. The first thing to know is there are actually two kinds of special needs trusts. The first is a first party, sometimes called self-funded trust, and they're created using money that the person with a disability already has. That can be things like a medical payback, resettlement, Social Security payback, adult child support, survivors benefit plan funds for people who had military retiree family members, and similar. These kinds of trusts are subject to a Medicaid payback when the person with a disability passes away. The other kind of special needs trust is called a third party or family funded trust. And as the name implies, it's created money that didn't come directly from the person with a disability, but from family or friends. Sometimes that looks like graduation gifts that went directly into the trust. Maybe when a parent or grandparent uses a life insurance policy or their own will and estate planning, they use language like, this money goes to the special needs trust for the exclusive benefit of Lucy Beednell, leaving me as an example, as opposed to this money goes to Lucy Beednell. That willing directly into a trust can help protect that money and asset from a payback. Our special needs trust at the Arc of Northern Virginia can in some cases hold and or purchase property for the person with a disability. These kinds of trusts are not subject to a Medicaid payback when the individual with a disability passes away, and instead you can will the balance of the trust just like you would in any other end-of-life documents to other friends, families, charity of your choice, etc. Let's talk about how to avoid that payback whenever possible. The payback is calculated by looking at the amount of services the person with a disability used through Medicaid across their entire life. That would be Medicaid health insurance plus Medicaid waiver or long-term care services. So if we added up every doctor, hospital visit, waiver service, etc., over the course of the person's life, let's say that totaled, I'll make this up, $2.5 million. When the person with a disability passes away, if there's less than $2.5 million remaining, all of that money would go to a Medicaid payback. This is, again, only the case for people with first party or self-funded trusts, not family-funded trusts. You can avoid this in a few different ways. One, make sure you're spending down using that money to support the person with a disability throughout their lifespan. It's there to help them. Second, if you have money coming both from the individual and the family, it makes sense to set up a first-party trust for the individual's money, a family-funded trust for other money, and use the first-party trust first so that if there is money left, it's in the family-funded trust that can be willed. The other important thing to note is that if you set your special needs trust up with a nonprofit like the Arc of Northern Virginia, you can choose to opt out of the Medicaid payback by giving the money to the Foundation for the Arc of Northern Virginia to further our work supporting the disability community. You can learn more anytime at thearcofnova.org and visit us and learn more about our trust at thearcofnovatrust.org or ask questions at any time, thearcofnova.org/answers. Thanks so much.